Now the second argument then I want to speak with you, it is like the commercial support then we should give to you to improve the sale and to make much more money in your own territory. As you know, mostly of you have exclusive agreement for your area. Your area should be, sometimes is a continent like maybe Australia, or sometimes is a city like Milan. But it means then it's very important that you understand how we should move inside the area, how to develop in the business there, and what is our experience with a different area in the world. One of the best feedback then I receive is then I receive feedback from Australia, from Miami, from Middle East, from Israel, so from many different countries in the world. And it's very important then we share this kind of information. For this kind of work, I call Javier, then is going to help me and to tell about this kind of very important matter, and even Christian. Okay. Of course, then this is only suggestion, but it's a suggestion. Then even we can discuss all together because it's very important that we share our experience now. Then we are here. Okay. Thank you very much. And
good morning, buongiorno. Well, this is something that we start talking yesterday, is that our business starts on the retail, and we feel as retailers. So this introduction goes about how we can increase our sales and we can increase the traffic to our stores. Okay, let's start with one trendy way of selling that are the new spaces called pop-up stores. Pop-up stores are really trendy spaces. In this particular case, mostly in Europe, where there are a lot of empty spaces, there are appearing some opportunities to be in a short period of times, to be close to different types of customers that they don't come to our stores. And we can get some different approaches, and we can increase our sales by investing not too much money and with a nice exposure of our products, as we did, for instance, in New York. We did it in Soho. We did it in last January and February for 2 months, and the experience was really good. We were in a low traffic area, but we were the major players in this area. We sold at least 15,000 every month, and our customer base increased very nice. Well, pop-ups, it's, as I told you, it's really trendy. And the most important brands in the world are using this type of new locations to upgrade the customer feeling of shopping inside of their stores. So, for instance, this is a container pop-up store from Uniqlo, and I believe it's really attractive. And that's why we should think about trying this type of spaces. In this moment where the crisis leaves a lot of spaces empty, I think we can deal with landlords to get not very expensive lease agreements, and we can offer to different areas our products. And this is the most important. Customers love these types of spaces, are really trendy, and the experience is different than the normal freestanding stores. This is other retail possibilities. In Campo Marzio, we have some experience about displaying our products in different formats. This is what we did in Rue Papel in Santiago de Chile. It's a very nice store-in-store. We need just a wall, a 2 meters by 3 wall, and we displayed almost $20,000 inventory over there. This is one of my favorite. It's a Moda collection display. It should be placed in department stores, in bookstores, in many places. And it can bring the brand to different places where we've never been there before. This is a counter, this is a project we are working for Bentals in United Kingdom. And it's following the new trend of the new fixture that Max Bussi is working. This is a kiosk at Marketplace in Sao Paulo. It's really tough to sell inside a mall where all the major players, all the big brands has their own spaces, has the beautiful windows, and being inside in the mall, in the middle of the corridor, is really tough. But these guys in Brazil, they are doing really well, and I believe this is another possibility. This is in Thalia in Vienna. This is a special design that Roberto talked about yesterday, where the plexiglass display with the pens is absolutely a different way to expose it, but it's nice. And this is one of my favorites. This was a one-year lease kiosk at Time Warner Center in New York. And we got so many customers from that. And well, it was temporary. It wasn't a pop-up because it was a one-year lease and the rent was really high. But it was really important for the brand. So in a few different ways, we want to explain to you that there are more things to do outside the store. And we can go where the traffic is instead of being at home waiting for the customers. Well, this is another way to increase our sales. Probably is my favorite one, is business gifts. All of us, we have a lot of requests every year, mostly close to Christmas time, about personalizing or customizing different gifts or adding some logos to the current collections. I think this is a very nice way that we have to improve inside the company, and we have to support you on giving a nice inventory for small orders and to give you the way we do with other big companies, just to teach your staff to sell corporate gifts to your customers. So customers loves monograms and loves the logo brands in our products. And this is there's no doubt about that, and it's simple. It's just to look for an artisan or a company that can customize just embossing or engraving our logo in our products. We can do many things. We can do small orders. That is really tough because we are retailers and our inventory is not big enough to cope any small order. But we are working on the basic collection to have a quite range of products available. And this is something we are working hardly this year. There's another thing that we are working to keep you updated about the inventory we have at home is the investment we are doing in the software. In the next months, we want to have everything on the computer. So with just one click, we can have the inventory daily. So we want to avoid the problems we had in the past with the small orders and corporate gifts. But there's another way, and more profitable probably, is to do special orders, started from a special design and order from scratch. In that case, we are really good on that. And personally, in my country, in Spain, I did so many orders that were really successful and they were really profitable. Well, there are some problems with the size of the presentation, but anyway, it's simple. It's just to add a logo in different ways, both engrave it, print it, so many ways. The most important thing is that the logo should be well placed. When we are talking about business gift, we are talking about the name of our customers, the logo of our customers, a lot of information on the back of the logos, and we should take care of this very much. Okay, this is a brilliant idea from my business partner and friend, Larry Gillespie, that he announced that we are able to do monograms in our products. And he announced it through Facebook. And well, I think it's brilliant. I thank Larry for that. This is something is happening mostly in Europe, while our customers get used to come to visit us, and our existing collections are probably not running as faster as it should. So we should do something. We cannot change the stores, we cannot change the customers, we cannot change products, but we can do something. We can think about that, and I think we can work with promotions. This is something really old, and the Americans go with promotion very often, and it's a part of the retail environment. And well, there are so many studies and surveys done about that. We want to offer you one done, conducted by Jones Lang LaSalle, and it says, it's not, you cannot see it very well, but it says that probably 70% are really sensitive for promotions. 70% of customers, of shoppers, are really sensitive for promotions. The loyal customers to the brands are just a few, and the 51% of customers are can be impacted by the promotion. So our windows and our communication ways should be in touch with our customers and let them know that we can work with some promotional, with some promotions, with some discounts. I want to thank Christian. He's my business partner in America, and he's really active on that. He's running a flagship inside a mall, in a very demanding mall in Boca Raton, where Tiffany, Prada, Kate Spade, Coach are our neighbors. And it's really difficult to play against them because they are very good players. And well, Christian decided to join them and work in the way they do. And he started to do some promotions inside the store. And this is the result we have received from this promotion. And I want to invite Christian to explain it to us.
Ciao a tutti. I'm sorry about my voice. Last night, good party. We opened the store in Boca Raton. It was of the first stores ever opened in the States. And as soon as we opened, we defined some kind of schedule to have promotions, but in very important dates. For example, Thanksgiving is a very well-known date in the States for making good deals for customers. But it seems that our schedule didn't match to the customer's schedule, because every day we went to the mall, we opened, and we kept looking at other windows, always with these banners of 20% off, buy two, get the third free. And we began to wonder, well, if we're going to be competing with these brands that they have huge, a huge amount of stores around the world, and that only the brand it's a high-value asset, we should try to keep up with them. That's why we gave it a shot. We chose Boca Raton to be the first flagship store to work directly with the corporate office in order to begin understanding how promotions work. And this is something important. Making a promotion is not only to have a discount. When you plan to give a discount to lose some kind of revenue regarding the price of the product, you should take advantage of that, and you should improve every time you do this kind of marketing. The idea of Campo Márcio was, all right, if we are going to begin playing with the big guys, we need to learn in the process how to improve it, all right? This learning process began with a promotion that we defined and we got the objective as 20% off retail price on Cyclamen products. We did a bit of a research in our sales in the last couple of months, and we saw that we were running a bit slower on Cyclamen products comparing with the other kind of colors. And we wanted to increase, of course, the sales volume of these products with the Cyclamen color and bring more people inside the store. When you do a promotion, you not only want to sell the products that you want to move. This is also an opportunity you have in order to get people inside the store. I'm sure most of you have your stores in a great location. Every day you see that there is a lot of traffic going in front of your store, but you wonder why I don't get that traffic inside my store. When I talk to you about analyzing and learning, this is very important. We needed to define what our objectives were, what the facts were, and how we were going to go ahead with the promotion. So here you can see we define a period, all right? When you work with a discount marketing promotion, you want to define a deadline, all right? And you have to say that to the customers. Look, this is just for a short term. That's like something else the customer is going to be like appreciating. Now customers buy because of the opportunity and because they want to get an advantage from their money. The discounts 20% off, the products, all Cyclamen products. Exchanges were allowed in the States. It's very well known that the customer expects you to give them customer service and to accept exchanges within a reasonable period, and not to be combined with any other promotion. Resource we use, I'm sorry, I'm going to go back in order to show you that banner over there. You see? Let me see if, yeah, sorry. Resources used. That design, that was our design for the banner. We use it inside the store and inside the mall. We use Facebook. That's a comment that we sent. Also Twitter. This is very important to be active in social media. This is how we are going to do the branding for Campo Mázio. If we increase the value of the brand, we are going to be able to increase the price of the products. This is all going to be registered and recorded, so we can then analyze it and learn from what happened. For example, we thought that we should took pictures to all the displays that we made in order to see if the promotion didn't do that well. Was it because of the displays? Was it because of some facts that happened during this period? All right, so this is a couple of pictures that we shot that day. Other important facts, this is what I told you, because we have to be as objective as we can. If we sold 3 times what we expected, that's good, but it was really because of the promotion, or it was because there were another facts on that period. For example, promotion day number 2, rained for 3 hours. Unfortunately, in Boca Raton, we have a lot of beaches. So when it's a sunny day, people go and have fun in the beach. When it rains, they go to the mall. So for us, it's very good, those kind of events. Now, promotion day 5, mall event, classic cars. So a lot of traffic got in the mall. And there are another examples of facts that happened on that period. Here we have some results of social media. Facebook, 130 likes, 30% more traffic in our page. Twitter, 35 comments, 50 clicked. Promotion results, store traffic. The promotion day first, the increase on the traffic, it was 50 people. This is very important. You would ask, you have someone in your store counting the people? No, we bought a traffic counter. That's a device that you install inside the store in order to see how many people are going inside the store. It's going to allow you to analyze if you get into the store 100 people and you only have 10 tickets, there is something you have to improve in your store. That's why we bought this device. We are working with metrics now. We are working with key performance statistics in order to improve our marketing and sales. All right, store sales is not showing in the screen because they are too high. So I didn't want you to feel ashamed. But yes, the sales approximately increased 30% on comparing with a low season like it was in April. And another thing is that the items with cyclamen colors increased approximately also 30%. And we as you can see, we got more traffic, so the objectives were fulfilled, all right? And this is very important. The customer comments. One customer, among others, said, like the promotion and products, but didn't go crazy for the cyclamen color. Ended buying same product in another color. She would like to get the discount. This is why I told you, you need to get people with this promotion inside your store, because even though the promotion is only to sell 2 items, people love the word promotion, and they go inside and they buy another items. So maybe they can buy only 1 cyclamen and 5 other colors. That's the beauty of it. I also asked the staff to make some comments, and they told me that would be better if the promotion is advertised more than 5 days in advance, and would help a lot if we could replenish the products sold within 2 days. In Boca Raton, we don't have storage space, so we need to ship every week the merchandise. This is the summer sales and traffic counter. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christian. I think then this is very interesting, especially for us in Italy. Then we don't know about all these statistics, so maybe you teach us something very new for us. And I know that maybe for most of Americans that's normal, but for us it's very interesting to understand how you analyze very well all this kind of promotion. Thank you very much. Something that is very important, then now we are going to discussing also, then I want to tell you, is to use the different store and the different location that we have in different part of the world to have some kind of store events. Store events are very important for us because make the company, the brand, like in a position to be alive, to make something that is completely different for the people. So it's not like a promotion, but events is something that we feel very well, even because we stay with the people. I think then that section also is very important, and I think then Javier will continue to display. But I think then I just want to say that event is very important because we can make this in many different parts of the world, as we made in China or many different parts. Okay.
I want to invite Mr. Larry Gillespie, that is our business partner in Charleston. Larry and Shannon are really talented, and they are very active retailers in Charleston. Charleston is a beautiful small city, and they have their store in the middle of King Street, the more important shopping street, in this city. And Larry started to move around the different opportunities he has for bringing more traffic and increasing the customer experience. And I want to thank Larry to share your experience with us.
You're most welcome. And just to continue a little bit about what Charleston is and the population size, many of you I'm sure have not had a chance to visit, but Charleston is one of the more historic cities in the U.S. It's a city, maybe even more of a town of 120,000 people, but the tourist volume is enormous. There's about 5 million people a year that visit Charleston, and it's gotten, in the last 5 years, all sorts of international acclaim for the beauty and the interest of visiting Charleston. So when we decided to open at Campo Marzio, we relied heavily on the fact that it's a small town, it's I would say an affluent town, but more importantly, it's heavily visited by tourists. So we knew there'd be great traffic if we got the right location, which we were fortunate to get on King Street. King Street is the sort of the spine of Charleston. If you're not on King Street, you're really not going to be successful as a retailer in Charleston. And we found Roberto and Javier had a chance to visit with Gloria. They saw that we really ended up in the best of the best, really the sweet spot of King Street. So we have a tremendous location. And as you go back to your old marketing books, there's the 5 Ps of marketing, if any of you remember those days. You have, and I just wrote them down so I wouldn't really think through them a little bit, but you have price, promotion, people, and I'm going to talk about place because the whole store itself is really a marketing tool. It's really what we're all about. And what we've done is we've now been open about 8 months. We started with a grand opening, and you can see here on this chart, or on the slide, we had a very, very nice grand opening, and I'm sure most of you have done the same. But we really wanted to be sure that we introduced ourselves to the community in the right way with a very, very strong Italian flavor and focus. So we started that, had a great outing. We then have run a series of beautiful ads. Shannon is doing all the design and merchandising for us, and she's designed a series of magazine ads. We've run probably 4 or 5 really impressive ads in some of the city magazines and tourist magazines. Again, what we feel is that we're building a brand here, and we have to build awareness, we have to build trial. It's really a discovery process where you're having people. I think all of you are finding this. When you're new, people walk by and say, what is Campo Marzio? It sounds interesting, but what gets them inside? And Roberto told me many months ago that people come in for the color, they see the quality, and then they love the prices. And we see that kind of mental process played out every day with every consumer that comes in our store. So we build the interest with advertising, we build the awareness with advertising. Shannon has done a tremendous job with window displays, which really aren't on the slides now, but we change them on a seasonal basis. Charleston has the Spoleto Festival. It's been going almost 40 years. It's a sister festival of the Spoleto event here in Italy. So when we have a special theme, a special event, again, Shannon has spent a lot of effort on building a window display that's appropriate to that local event that's going on at that time. So as I said, we're really interested in the segmentation of the consumer base there in Charleston, and we focus again on the really three types of people: locals, tourists, and then college kids. We have a tremendous amount of college activity. We have a college that's literally across the street from us, a few blocks away. And what I wanted to talk to you about, first of all, is this promotion you see on the screen. It's we're using a marketing consultant right now, and she came to us with this idea probably about 6 weeks ago, called Random Acts of Color. And if you've ever heard the phrase random acts of kindness, it's kind of built on the same idea where we literally find people. It's almost sort of a secret shopper. We're approaching people on the street near the store. Sometimes we go to a market. We have a farmer's market on Saturdays. But sometimes, and most times, these pictures were all taken right in front of the store. You can see, in fact, the signage in the left side that advertises this promotion. But the idea is we find people that are just beautifully dressed, colorfully dressed. I tell the people taking the shots, I take some of them myself, let's not get anybody that has less than 4 colors on. So let's find these folks that are really creatively dressed. And you can see some people really went after it. This day was a second Sunday. King Street, which we're on, closes the whole street for a street fair every second Sunday of every month. And it also happened to be Mother's Day this year. So we had a lot of beautifully dressed people out on the street, and we were able to grab some of them. We put it on Instagram. We also posted to Facebook. And the whole premise behind this is when we take your picture, we give you a notepad with, and I think we're wrapping them up. I think we actually are giving 2 or 3 notepads to the people in the photos. And with that, it has a little tag, a little piece of paper that tells people how they can find their picture. Because what we're hoping is that people that get in our contest every week will then tell their friends to in turn like us on Facebook. We're looking at this as a kind of a link to build a network. So a lot of these people know now that they're in a contest for a prize at the end of that week. They in turn, we're going to pick the winner, but we're picking it, quite honestly, by the number of people that are liking certain pictures that are in the contest. So we didn't put every one of these pictures every week in every one of the contests. We narrow it down to 3 choices that we make. And then we let people, the consumers that are on Facebook, in turn pick one of the 3 pictures as their favorite for that week, and we give a prize. So that's the premise behind a random acts of color. We're also doing numerous other activities by occasion, segmentation by occasion. I mentioned the street fairs. An example of this, again, we don't stage the street fairs, we just take advantage of them. Valentine's Day, right before Valentine's Day, we had a second Sunday. Shannon, who has beautiful calligraphy, we set up a table out on the street, and the idea was that she would do beautiful hand lettering of greeting cards or gift cards to anyone that was buying a gift that day in Campo Marzio. She was also having fun doing some creative drawing and lettering for children as they went by. So again, what we want to do is some demonstrations. We have to do things to draw people in. Because we're the new kid on the block, what are we doing to make people create curiosity? What's this Campo Marzio, and what's so special about it? So we're trying to build a personality for this brand, and these active demonstrations are a good way to do it. We're also, as I mentioned, doing giveaways, not just the Random Acts of Color. We've done a number of weekly giveaways on Facebook that are attached to each of these, Mother's Day, Father's Day, some of the Halloween, etc. One thing that's not on that slide was silent auctions. I don't know if any of you have looked into silent auctions, but again, we're in a resort town. There's a ton of these charity events that, again, are supported by a fairly affluent, connected group of individuals that kind of make up the core of the city. We've probably done 12 silent auctions. So we'll give them something that has a retail value of, say, $300, maybe $400 if we're real generous. Of course, that costs us much, much less. But the nice thing is, and Shanna's done a lot of this, we package it beautifully, and then we actually go to the event, the afternoon of the event, where they set up these tables with all the silent auction items, and we have a beautiful display of 4 or 5 things that we're giving away that night from Campo Marzio. We make sure, Shannon's had a high touch with this, make sure it's beautifully displayed. We try to get bigger impact items. In fact, we've used a lot of double magazine holders because they're big and they hold nice items inside of it. It makes a beautiful presentation, the double magazine holder. But you get a lot of attention. People can touch the product, feel it, see it up close. So again, great exposure for us, and I would highly recommend that you look at these kind of community events that you might become a part of. So those are just some, I'm not sure what that one is, but I think that kind of covers some of the events that we've been successful with so far after the first 8 months. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. It's just to say that because as a retailer, there are so many things we can do inside the stores, not only waiting for customers. We can call them. Facebook is a very useful skill. It's a nice way to be in touch with customers. And promotions. Promotions is a very nice way to call back customers. So please think about these talent ways to keep your customers happy with the brand. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I hope then has been interesting to understand how we can improve sales, how we can develop more business inside our shops.